So you guys probably know that we were taking a week break. Where we weren't using social media for
a full week.
7 days, pretty much. Well, it was a stay vacation, and I had just got this feeling that I was wasting so much fucking time on all these social medias.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first thing I would do, in the morning. When you catch
Me
yourself,
too. It's so bad.
when you catch yourself going for that phone, like your eyes open, and like even before your first thought or impulse to pee enters your head, the phone is the first impulse. That's sick.
Yeah, the first thing I'll do, Instagram.
Right.
And I'm not even active. I barely post on my
Right.
Instagram.
Yeah.
But I'll scroll down every morning for like an hour.
Everybody listening probably knows about this impulse that we all have. For me, it's Facebook. I never use it. But I've been using that website for so freaking long. It was my first social media. That when I open a browser, I will inflexively, without thinking, start typing Facebook. And it's so fucked up. And these days, I'll still do it just from like muscle memory, but I'll close it immediately. Because I don't want that shit.
It's insane.
So and not only the time wasting, but also I feel like it was making me unhappy because you're always thinking about all these other people. You're worrying about all these other people, what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're not.
Everyone else is having so much fun.
Right.
And they look so good.
Making amazing stuff.
And they got all the good shit.
Yeah.
It's like everything else looks so good. And then you sort of feel this sadness.
Yeah. And you're not living in the physical world. Your head you're just consumed by all this bullshit, but you don't even think about what's in front of you, people that are in front of you, the physical world. And I have this feeling, too, that spending so much time on social media actually impairs my thoughts. I feel like I don't think as clearly or as freely because it literally just is a distraction. When you're on social media, you're not thinking about shit. So it's almost like, in Brave New World, they give you these caps so you can't think.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Twitter is, in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Twitter, Instagram, they're all... I don't know, because I used to love Instagram, but now Instagram is just as depressing as all the others.
You know why? Facebook bought it.
Right.
They ruin everything. So let me tell you about how my week was. So all throughout the week, first of all, I had to erase YouTube and Twitter and Instagram off my phone, first of all, because you just catch yourself aimlessly clicking open the tab.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at it for a second before you realize, like, oh, fuck, I'm not supposed to be doing this. But that's too much.
Yeah.
So it was really a beautiful thing. When I erased it off my phone, I would go to look for it out of memory, and then I'd be like, that's right, it's not there. So I feel like that step was super important, first of all. But the thing, first of all, that I realized was, like, how much free time you have. Like, I'll wake up in the morning, and I'll wake up at 8 a.m., and I'll, without thinking about it, literally waste 2 fucking hours on my phone. On Reddit. Reddit is a bad one. I didn't visit Reddit at all either. Reddit or Twitter, all these guys.
YouTube, we didn't.
Yeah. So I'll wake up at 8 a.m. and I grab my phone and I'm like, I'll go to like a news site and see the headlines. And I'm like, well, I can't fuck around on a news page for 2 hours. So then I'm just stuck with myself. So I ended up doing all this shit. Like I fixed some exercise machine, think about shit, put on TV, watch a show, which is something so crazy. I'm like, I don't have time to watch my favorite show. I'm so fucking busy. Meanwhile, you are wasting 2 hours every morning. So I put on a show, or I'll put on a video game. By the way, I beat God of War. It was fucking fantastic. When's the last time I beat a video game?
Yeah, fantastic.
Ela hated that. I'm like, Ela, I never played a game. And
all of a sudden, it's like I'm alone in the house. There's no one to talk to. Ethan cannot get up. He cannot help. He can't walk Shredder. He's paralyzed. It's like being alone, but you're...
vacation. Let me play my game, woman.
I hate it, but okay.
All right, well, that's a conversation for another time. I loved that game so much. I recommend everyone play God of War. It was a ton of fun. Like, I would turn on a television show, and I would really enjoy watching a documentary or a movie or a show that I like. And, classically, when we were kids, TV was thought to be the biggest time waster of all time. And I'm thinking like, this is not a bad activity because to consume to consume media in that way, you have to be at home. You have to be in a physical location. You have to have the time set aside to sit there. If it's 2 or 3 hours or whatever, you have to be there and you have to have that time allotted for it.
Yeah.
And you're taking in a creative work of something or somebody. There's some value there, right? Somebody poured a lot of soul and energy into creating that.
Yeah.
Now, if you compare that to social media, okay, social media has taken time wasting, procrastination to levels never before seen. Because you have in your pocket the ability to waste time anywhere. Any fucking where you are, you can blow an hour. No problem. And here's the part that really gets you. There's nothing of value there. Nothing. A television show is a beautiful work of art. The blood, sweat, tears, and creative vision of hundreds of people. Social media is nothing.
Are you telling me that Logan Paul is not putting out creative art when he's
On Twitter?
tweeting?
Well, there's some debate. There's some debate to be had there. I'm being hyperbolic. Of course, you must carve out a space for Logan Paul with everything you talk about. But, like, there's nothing of value lost. If you're off Twitter for a week, you lose nothing. It's just, you know what I mean? That's 10 hours of your life in the physical plane of existence. So the first 2 days were hard. I was kind of anxious, and the thing is, you feel out of the loop, you know? The really hard one for me was not going on Reddit, but that one was really important to not do.
And you feel like you're missing out on stuff. Like apparently, Kanye and Justin Roiland were tweeting at each other,
Right.
and we were gone.
Yeah, we got updates. We got updates in a group chat about that one. But like, the worst was Reddit because I get my news from there. But I just went on like a news website and got it there, and that takes
In
like 5 to 10
minutes,
minutes, right?
yeah.
You feel like you're missing so much, but you're not.
You're
if there's a
not.
big headline, you hear about it on the radio. You hear about it.
You hear about it from friends,
Yeah.
like people used to.
No man is an island. You're not disconnected if you're not on Reddit. There's people that don't use Reddit, believe it or not.
I actually don't really.
You're never on Reddit?
What?
I'll check the subreddit sometimes, but
Are you fucking crazy? I love Reddit so much. It's a problem. But again, it turns into all the other social medias. I go to Reddit and I start scrolling, and what happens is you're getting a dopamine kick, like when you do a drug, a reward system, like that on all social media. And it's harder and harder to get that satisfaction of like, oh, I love this post. That's just what I was looking for. And I'll go to Reddit and I'll scroll for pages and pages until I find something. I'm like, that was, you know what I mean? I skimmed that bitch so hard now. Anyway, now that I'm back, I kind of begrudgingly reinstalled all the apps on my phone. I didn't want to because I felt just like so blissful. But
it's kind of weird for us because it's also kind of work
yeah,
to tweet and post and stuff like that. Like I have to refresh and
yeah,
just to be present on.
yeah, it is important. I think what I'm going to try doing as much as possible is just doing the post and then getting out. I mean, everyone's... I just got to get out, man. No offense to anyone who's making bomb-ass tweets out there. I just need to get out. I don't think it's healthy what we're doing to ourselves. And then this brought me to another question that I had for myself. I'm thinking, we used to goof on this guy, Prince Yep, who made this video like, look up from your phone. It's super dramatic and corny. And I used to be like, this guy, he's talking shit on phones like, shut up, just don't use your phone. And I used to blast this guy and say he's such a nerd. And I was like, wait, am I, like, what's the difference between me now? Because I'm saying that I don't think social media is good for me.
It really took us
Was he right?
It took us like a couple of days. We were like, wait, were we making fun of him and now we're like the victims?
I need to reassess that because I still feel like the correlation is not exact.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in denial. You know what I mean? I think we should. All right. We actually have a call coming in from Irv from Las Vegas who has something to share about social media.
Irv.
Colin.
Yeah, let me patch him through 1 sec.
basically, I think that I'm autocorrecting humanity by not going on Twitter. I think what I'm doing, I'm calling it the autocorrect movement.
Oh.
And so, basically, I'm enlightened.
Are you gonna start a hashtag for it?
No.
Okay.
Hey, here's Irv.
Oh, hey, Irv, what's up? You got a question for us?
Well, I want to say to you that I really respect your the fact that you do detox because I was born with no internet. I have many addictions. I get it. I used to smoke and my wife made me quit. And all these things to stop eating red meat because I was addicted. It was hurting my heart. I could barely walk. But my biggest, addiction of all was every night I would crawl into bed and I would look my wife in the eyes. And she would let me suck on her teeth. But one day, it was, I don't know, it is not bad, but one day she got sick with, a whooping cough. She would whoop and had to go to hospital, was dying almost.
That is tragic, Irv.
I
But,
had to spend
Irv,
4 days not sucking her teeth because the milk would help
Irv,
with my
do you-
arthritis.
okay,
But
thank you for calling in.
no, but 4 days. I snuck in little sip now and she was lying there. She did not even wake up. It was horrible. I feel sick
So,
about it.
Irv, what do you think about Twitter? Have you used Twitter? Do you think it's a problem with today's society?
What the fuck is Twitter?
Ian, did you screen this? I was Ian supposed to screen the calls to make sure they're on message.
Uh-huh.
But I don't. So you tell me more about sucking your wife's tit, and she was lactating at the time.
Well, I would make her because the suction, you see, was like that one, and she would go, oh. And sometimes she would pop her eyes.
That sounds like a really awful addiction, Irv. I'm glad you got over that.
The yellow milk was the best. Unfortunately,
All right, thank you,
she's
Irv.
not here anymore.
Thank you. We can cut Irv off. Well, that was
Hey, sorry about that.
That was
I
an
don't-
interesting.
Yeah, I gotta have a talk with Ian. He said this guy had a good question. I apologize.
Huh.
That was a
How old do you think Irv was?
man. He's barely hanging on, Irv. I like Irv though. I feel like he kind of twisted it up on side of its head because we're thinking about social media, and I'm saying, let's live in the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
And what Irv's is doing by sucking on his wife's, what sounded like infected tit. He said yellow milk. It's kind of a wake-up call to all of us that there is a lot to offer in this physical realm that we all live in.